Hi everyone. Um, so Spirit gave me a message that they wanted me to give to you guys, and this has kind of been coming up too. But I got kind of a clear answer about what happened with the witch trials, and that many star seeds were burned at the stake. and this came after Spirit told me that your enemies are being haunted right now. And they told me this is what happened to star seeds back in the day, okay, when they were burned at the stake, for the karma that came to people that crossed them. So star seeds back in the day, people would mess with them, and then bad shit would happen. Ancestors would start haunting them. All this crazy shit would happen, and they would think that they were a witch. And that's actually what's happening to us right now. Or has been happening. Luckily, this lifetime we're getting out of here. So, yeah. What else I wanted to tell you about something else. Oh yeah. So there's this one time I was on tour, and I decided to stop because I just didn't feel like going anymore. And I got a house in Denver, Colorado on Aurora Street, which actually is a funny story in itself, but I'll just continue with where I started. And I got 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs. I got the house. I had to get a house because I had 2 dogs, so I couldn't get like a studio apartment or anything. I had to flip and get a house. So that was a stretch, but I did it, and I got 2 jobs. But you know how jobs are. It takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get paid. And it had been about a week since I'd had anything to eat. Like no food. And even homeless. I don't beg ever. I just don't. I don't. Honestly, I think it comes from every time I've asked for help, nobody helps me. So it's like you just quit asking. It gets annoying after a while, you know? So anyways, I called my mom. And this is the last time I called my mom for help, actually. I called my mom, and I was like, Mom, and I've always been thin. Well, not always, after my son. But anyways, that's another story. I was always thin. And a week without eating really took it out of me. I was, like, literally my ass was bruising when I sat down. I think I was already not eating good before that because I'd been on tour and, you know, broke most of it. I didn't ball on tour or anything. I sold tie-dyes. I didn't like to do anything illegal because I was too paranoid. It's like, you know what they say, if you can't do the crime, or if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. That's how I lived on. And so I would just not eat if that was what happened. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, but I did. I called my mom and I asked her, I begged her to please send me $20, like to wire transfer it to me so I could just get something to eat that day. I said, I'll have a paycheck next week and I just need something to eat today. And like my ass hurts. And she told me no, that she didn't have any money. And then 3 weeks later in the mail, I got $12,000 worth of stocks from Dow Chemical Company with my name on them and a note saying this is the rest of it. Now, I'm not sure what she was talking about because I've never seen any stocks. That was the first I'd ever seen of any stocks. So the rest of it, I just don't know what she was talking about. So there's that. When I was in San Francisco, because when I was in San Francisco, because I was on probation from that incident I told you about, I ended up going back there, selling my house. I ended up back in San Francisco, homeless. Sorry, hold on a second. And I was actually on probation, and it was a non-reporting probation, but they could search me at any time. And as I told you, I didn't do anything illegal. I was too paranoid. I even kept insurance on my car because I was too paranoid to drive without insurance. Okay? If that tells you anything. So, what was I gonna say? I didn't have that car long, by the way. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I used to hang out on Haight Street, and I used to sleep in Golden Gate Park. And, all my friends did, sling bags. They called them Haiths. It was basically half of an eighth, on Haight Street. And, I would just, I was just hanging out in the park and on the street, wherever. I was just hanging out, just enjoying life, trying to. And this was after Steve died. So I was just trying to get back on my mental game again. Like, I didn't care about anything else, if you want to know the truth. So, but the San Francisco cops, they, stalked me. They took pictures of me. One time they had me arrested, and at the substation, they had a picture of my dog, Mr. Bean, with his name underneath it, pegged on the board. My pictures, like all kinds of, it was like weird. They were like casing me. Like, weird. Why were they casing me? That's a good question. I haven't thought about that in a long time. But they would follow me too. And like, if they saw me from across the street, they'd go, "Hey, Elizabeth, how about that search warrant?" And I'd be like, "Oh my God." So then they'd come over. They would pull my pants all the way out and look down my pants. I never wore underwear. Still don't. But they would look like right down my pants, and then they would pull my shirt up right on the street in front of, they would usually pull me down an alley, but they would pull my shirt up. The only thing they didn't make me pull up was my fucking bra. So that was that story. I don't really have much more to say about them. That was a regular thing. I guess you should know that part. It was regular. And I ended up leaving San Francisco for that reason, actually, and went up to Humboldt and spent some time in Garberville. And that was crazy times. I stayed on this guy's land. His name is Jacques. And he grew weed. And him and his wife also did speed. And they were like, I mean, just out there, like up for days. I don't know, maybe you don't, but like people get, I've never been scared of a person until I saw somebody up for days on speed. Like, they actually scare me a little bit, how their eyes look and how they act and their mannerisms. It actually scares me a little bit. But anyways, I stayed with him for a while. Just slept in my truck on his land. But I just saw some crazy fights. Like, I thought somebody was gonna die. And then one time he laid out a line of, I thought it was coke, because I told him I didn't do speed, and he laid out a line of coke, and I was like, oh, what the hell? All right. And I took it, and it was speed. I was up for 3 days hallucinating. I saw demons. I was like sitting on this property that actually was called Murder Mountain. And it's like just south of Garberville. And it's everybody in the area knows. Anybody from California is going to know what I'm talking about. And Murder Mountain's notorious for a lot of weird shit. But like his property was definitely like way haunted and with demons. I saw Jacques come out to my truck and stand in front of my truck. And I saw 3 of him, and they all had a cigarette. They all were doing different things. Like, they all were looking at me, and they were all doing different things, and they were smoking a cigarette. And like, I knew it wasn't a hallucination, because the cigarette like glowed up. Like, I was like, what the flip is going on? So there was that. Oh my gosh. And here's a story. One time I was leaving Garberville, because it was harvest season. And harvest season, all the feds come into town. And it gets scary. I mean, every other car is a Suburban. A brand new white Suburban or a brand new black Suburban. Anybody from there can tell you. I don't know how it's been lately, but back in the day, that's how it was. and you knew when they were in town. And so we decided to pick up and leave. Like, I think we spent like we saw them in town pretty much that day and left the next morning. We're like, oh, hell no. I mean, it was crawling. And, you know, what they would do is they would take everybody's weed and okay, I won't go there. So anyways, I was leaving Garberville, and I saw a black helicopter. What are those called? The black copters? The I'm not hearing it. Black, I don't know. Anyways, it's a black helicopter, and it's like a government helicopter, and it flew down over my car, like really close, and it shined a laser into my third eye, and it felt like it sucked my third eye. And I wasn't high at this time, by the way. That wasn't from that time. That was later. So that was really weird. And then I said to my boyfriend at the time, I was like, I swear, I said that that helicopter just zapped my third eye. And he's like, oh my God, they did me too. So that was a weird thing that happened. Okay, I guess that's it. That's all I was really thinking about right now. Pull some cards. You want to pull some cards? It was so funny. As soon as I got done I was actually uploading my second video, and I started listening to Estrella. I don't know if you guys know her, but she does some really cool, detailed, like investigative readings. And I just love her. She's really smart too. I just love her. And I turned her reading on, and just as I just posted the last video, and she says, okay, so there's something going on online. People are watching you online. They feel like you're exposing them. They're like deep anxiety, but they can't tell anyone because they don't want anyone to know they're trolling your channel. It was the funniest shit. You should have been there. You kind of are, right? You're here. You're right here, right now. Oh, I don't take time to tell you guys much. Scavenge. So the scavengers have been flipped upside down today. Yeah. Something about a court case too. They're worried about some court case. Community. Scavengers in the community are being flipped upside down today. Commitment inverted. Yeah, they didn't think I would ever expose them like that. They didn't think I would ever just... All I'm doing is telling the truth. It's not like I'm sitting here lying about them the way they do me. You know what I mean? But I protect people, and God told me not to. I'm sorry. God told me not to do it anymore. Okay? I'm sorry. I had no choice. Okay. Waterproof. So, the scavengers in the community, okay, have noticed your lack of commitment towards them, okay? And the fact, they're noticing that you're waterproof. But do you see, like, this raven, like, shit's just rolling right off his back. Like, this raven will not get wet. Even though it's got water all over it, it's not getting wet. It's waterproof. It's magic proof. Thank God. Okay. Let's pull some tarot. I'll get a different deck. Let's do the nice deck. Maybe... No. Let's do this deck. Okay. Good? Okay. All right, what are we going to talk about? Three of Cups. All right. 3 people in the community. All right, what about them? Oh, they're having a tower moment. There's 3 people in the community here, most likely from your family, because this is a Cups card. They're having a tower moment right now. That's weird, isn't it? Wonder why. Oh, because they're being exposed for trying to delete a star. The star's standing up for herself? Oh, she's untying herself. The star's untying herself? Yeah, I guess that's a tower moment. Especially when you thought you had her tied all tied up. You didn't think she'd ever speak the truth. You taught me better than that. We speak our mind in our family, remember? Okay, what else? Oh, stalker. They've been stalking you? Okay. Surprise, surprise. What did they see? An inverted 10 of Wands? Oh, they saw you're not burdened. They're stalking you and they're spying on you and they're seeing that you're not burdened. Okay. Oh, they're also seeing that you went through a transformation, a rebirth. Even though they tried to snuff you out. Wow, that would be a tower moment. I mean, can you imagine seeing your daughter, like, thrive? That would be terrible. I can't imagine. I mean, can you really? Huh. Yeah, that would be terrible. Look who else is spying. See this person spying right here? But the Jedi Force is back here spying. I think that's even a big spaceship right there. No, that's a carousel. Like the one in San Francisco. And Golden Gate. Okay, we got some inverted 8 of Pentacle action going on. Some, some, whatever, immoral work. And a Knight of Pentacles that was done slow and methodically throughout your life. All right, what else, Spirit? Yeah, they're all of their work that they did was intended to keep you from healing. I don't know why they gave so much of a shit about it. I mean, it's not like they were going to stop the ascension of the world. Like, Page of Wands, you're about to get a message. Better not be from them. I swear to God, do not call me. Do not. Somebody wants to call you and try to bring you out of balance. Get you out of character. It won't work. Because you're balanced and you're moving on to calmer waters regardless of this nonsense in the background. And here, it's funny, It's funny I chose to use this deck right now because this Six of Swords card is the one that shows the H-bomb in the background. Like, this family is going to have a beautiful picnic and the end of the world is behind them. So, yeah, you might not want to give me a call. All right. Let's start over. What do we want to talk about, family? I love you guys. I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing well. Real well. I'm doing my final day before death ritual. That's what it feels like. Let me make sure I get everything done I wanted done before I died, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing. Telling my story. Having a pretty decent time doing it. Remembering some good, weird old times. You hear those sirens? It's been like nonstop for 2 days, it seems like. Nonstop sirens. I'm glad I'm sitting inside because it's like constant. I don't know what's going on out there. But bunch of fires. And I don't even live in a big town. My town's small. It's like 60,000 people or something. I mean, I don't pay attention, but it's around there. All right, what do you want us to talk about, Spirit? What do you want me to tell them? You want to talk about the illusion? Breaking the illusion? Anticipation. Protection. Anticipate protection as the illusion breaks. Anticipate your protection. It's the end. It's coming to the end. I don't know how long you've been watching me, but we're getting there, okay? Routine. Are you sure you want me to talk about this? Oh, thank you. I'm really glad you clarified that because shizzle sticks. I was going to go into something weird. And probably not a good idea. Okay. So, what Spirit is saying is the illusion's about to break and you can anticipate protection. You are protected. You're not going to see everything, all your protection through this illusion, okay? That's the illusion. You are protected. You're completely protected. Nothing bad is going to happen to you, no matter what. No matter if you catastrophize for the next 5 days and try to manifest something terrible. Nothing bad is going to happen to you, no matter what, okay? You're protected. Spirit is asking you to release your routine. So, I don't know what that means. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to use the pretty cards this time. All right, what's this about? Oh, this is good news, Spirit. Okay, so we got someone here that is about to take a leap of faith and bring you some kind of emotional offer. I mean, it could be apology, but still, apologies are nice, right? That's nice. It's something that they haven't felt like they could do up until now. So they want to come and, I don't know. Let's find out what they want. They want to give you a message. That's the main thing. It's a message. Oh, about equal reciprocity. So this is somebody that wants to give you back money or some kind of abundance that you have given them in the past. We can't get away from this card, family. 10 of Pentacles. So you're about to get a message about an inheritance that's been blacked. Someone's going to take a leap of faith and tell you about it. And I don't know if that's like, I wouldn't see like the authorities needing to take any kind of leap of faith, but I would imagine if somebody knows they're about to get busted or if they're in the middle of something, like they're just going to want to come clean. I would. I mean, better late than never. What else, Spirit? I don't understand. So we got inverted strength, judgment, and inverted 10 of Wands. The judgment is the burdens being taken off of your shoulders. Okay. What I'm hearing is that somebody overlooking the situation is seeing that there was unfair burdens placed upon you and that they don't think that anybody should have been able to be able to withstand those burdens. They feel like if for some reason, I don't know what your story is, but if for some reason you broke, you snapped or whatever, somebody's looking at this situation like nobody could have been strong enough to overcome that. They're analyzing that data. And I can totally sympathize with that, because when you're getting attacked, like you think I mean, at first, like after a while, I just started inviting CPS in for tea, and I made good friends with the last one. But you know, at first it's scary because they're there to see if you should be able to keep your kids or not. And it's like, what do you mean? No one's going to love my kids the way I do. Like, that's what's scary. Like, I don't want my kids to have to be without me. And so, yeah, so that causes a lot of, like, terror in the beginning. And I ended up starting to take Xanax for anxiety, because I was such a mess. And you know, that's so funny, because I ended up, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I couldn't remember if I took it or not. It wiped my memory. And I was a physical therapist. I had to be able to remember stuff, to write it down and stuff. So I got off it. And when I got off it, it was very hard. It was difficult. And so I told myself I didn't like it anyway, but I would never do that stuff again, because I just hated it. And it was funny because the last time I spoke to my mom, I was like going through this ascension process. You know, sometimes she's like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know what's going on. Well, first I asked her if, oh, here's another thing. So this was right after this would have been last June, not this past June, but June before. So it was right after I got out of rehab and stuff. So I'm losing my mind because I have no money, I have no job. I was sick as usual, and what I wanted to do, my house is like actually gone up a lot in value since COVID, and especially since I bought it in 2012. And so I figured, okay, I can't find a job, I can't do that, and I can't work right now. I needed to figure something out. So I thought I'll just sell my house and like buy something smaller. But the thing is I didn't have any money. Like, and you need money to sell a house. So I asked my mom if I needed to, if my kids and I could come and stay there. And she said, well, your kids can come, but you can't. So that was the last time I spoke to her. There's no way she's not the enemy. So there's that. Oh, yeah. Okay. What else, Spirit? This is kind of fun, huh? I hope you guys are having fun. 4 of, I think, yeah, those are wands because the daggers are short. Okay. 4 of wands, what? Smoochy, smoochy. Twin flames are coming together. Divine counterparts. Stability coming in. Happy, like, community life. We're dumping out we're leaving behind all of these people that we loved in our past. We're dumping all those cups out. And we're starting new. Starting fresh. And I wouldn't say all the people we loved. I'm talking about all of these people that we obviously once loved because the unconditional love card showing up. Inverted. Anyways. Am I being sassy? I'm sorry. It's been a lot to talk about. Maybe I feel a little sassy. I do forgive them. I forgive you. I forgive you before you do something wrong to me. You don't even need my forgiveness because it's already been done. 7 of Pentacles inverted. I don't know how these people even have anything to do with your divine counterpart. I really don't. But somehow they thought they could stop it because they thought that if you got together with your divine counterpart that you would actually be able to get harvest out of the seeds that you sow. Because something about you being single allows them to siphon you. Oh my gosh, that's the story. Oh my gosh, that's the story I was going to tell. Oh, this is so weird. I just came up with another revelation. Okay. So, ladies, I mean, even gentlemen, I'm sure it goes for both of us. But I'm a lady, and this is what I noticed. I was in the shower, and I have a shower head that I'm particularly fond of. And I noticed that I had like these weird purple like leech looking things, but they were energy, but these weird like purple leech things on my skin. And I was using my shower head, and I noticed when I finished, like, they were completely engorged. So I figured out they were siphoning my energy that way. And when I would feel pressure or like people touching me and stuff like that, like I thought it was my divine masculine. It wasn't. It was whatever was attached to these leechy thingies. That's what I figured out that day. What else was I gonna say? There was something else I was gonna say about that. What? Alright, I'll pull cards. I don't know. Let me pull from this deck. Oh yeah, thank you, Spirit. So what I found out today or last night or something is that your divine counterpart's energy protects you from those energy leeches. Like when you come together, then you can go back to your regular sexual activities without getting zapped. So that'll be nice. Because I just don't even do that anymore. Because I don't, that's like creepy. That's flipping creepy. When I figured that out, I was like, ew. Ew. What time is it? Okay. I guess I'll pull a couple more cards. It's getting late. I was like, maybe I'll pull an animal card and wrap this up. And I'm like, an animal card would just seem so weird right now. I don't know why. It just doesn't fit. Okay. We'll see what else is going on. Any last messages for this video, Spirit? Death again. You're protected from death. And the devil. And what else? Your destiny's protected. And the devil is going to jail. The devil's gonna be tied up. Alright, well that was a nice final message. I was gonna get a drink, but I'll wait. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Thank you for listening. I really love you. Thank you for listening. Bye.